guys, welcome back to the WWE 2K19 Universe mode. Now, apparently some shitty NXT takeover happened tonight. Did I watch it? Did I fuck? I've got more important things to be doing, and those more important things include playing this epic pay-per-view that we've got lined up tonight, WWE Backlash, first pay-per-view of the Universe mode, first week in the Universe mode as well, so no time really to prepare, no time to build up. Pretty much like the WWE then in real life. It's just going to be fucking a bunch of matches thrown together, no storylines, no nothing. We're just going to have to try and produce chicken salad out of chicken shite. So I don't know if I want to spoil the whole match card, but fuck it, why not? Normally on a pay-per-view you would know the entire card, so we'll have a look at the card and then we will get stuck in. Now remember guys, I did pick 4 people from each brand to play as, but on pay-per-views we will play every match and every promo. So if I do not have anyone represent me in a match, I will just pick whoever I want to go. It's as simple as that. So first match, we've got Rey Mysterio returning, taking on Shelton Benjamin. A bit of a challenge match perhaps, and we'll see if Rey Mysterio still has it, or will Shelton Benjamin get the better of Mr. 619 and will he take the win there? It'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. Up next we have Rusev. He's going to call out, I believe, Aiden English after Aiden English broke up the tag team on SmackDown. It'll be interesting to see what Rusev has to say. After that, it's the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. It's going to be the New Day taking on the Usos. Belt on the line. Big E and Xavier Woods earned their opportunity on SmackDown. We've got R-Truth taking on Andre Cien Almas. R-Truth beat Almas in SmackDown. Surprise win, so I don't think a lot of people were expecting it. Almas has asked for this rematch. He obviously wants to show that it was a fluke. Hopefully we can prove that it wasn't, but it remains to be seen. 8-man tag match. Interesting. When these 8 men collide in the ring, anything could happen. It's going to be Sheamus, Cesaro, Harper and Ronan taking on the Hardys, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Should be a good match, and whoever knows, maybe whatever team win this could, I don't know, somehow get closer to a tag team title shot. We've got The Miz, a promo after that. I'm pretty sure he'll be disappointed. He's actually left off the card, so he might be voicing his opinion about that. He might be a wee bit angry. After that, we've got the Charlotte Flair versus Asuka match for the Women's Championship, the second title match of tonight. Looking forward to playing that one. I've no idea who I'm going to go. I might go Charlotte, so the pressure of me trying to defend the title isn't there. If there's anyone watching, if you would prefer to see me go one or the other, comment in the chat, man, and if I get the most votes, that's how I'll go. After that, we've got a Fatal 4-Way Battle Royal now. This is not a number 1 contender battle royal, but all these men were in the triple threat number 1 contender matches on SmackDown, so bit of bragging rights, and maybe whoever wins this might have a chance at earning a world title shot. But I repeat, it's not a number 1 contender match, but obviously, you know, the more matches you win, the better chances you've got of getting shit done around here, so each man will want to win this. Got Daniel Bryan turning heel because he should have been heel already, but apparently he's not. So just before his big title defense, he's going to turn heel. And talking of title defenses, in the main event, it's Daniel Bryan versus Fatboy Joe versus Fatboy Kev, and should be a good match. Triple threat. Will the Fiend get eaten by the big nasty meat eaters? We will find out, guys. But before any of that happens, we need to start the show, and we'll be starting the show off with an exciting Shelton Benjamin versus Rey Mysterio matchup. So I'm just letting this Backlash promo screen load in. I don't think I'll get copyrighted for this. I mean, there's not really a lot there to copyright. It just looks like a bunch of 2D houses or 2D flats there. And here we go with the opening promo. No theme song, nothing. Hee-haw. I'm currently watching Armageddon on the network, and the theme song for that is Sweet Home Alabama. So it'd be cool if the WWE games could get some, I don't know, cool licensed songs, but as for now, I guess we're going to have to settle for this Generic music. We're in Oklahoma tonight. I wish we had JR on commentary, but unfortunately we cannot. Can I play? How can you play Universe Mode single player? I'm confused. Let me know how you can play. Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Anyway, up first we've got Shelton Benjamin taking on Rey Mysterio. I kind of like both of them, but I'm going to go Mysterio because why the fuck not? I like Rey Mysterio. It's his return to SmackDown, his return to WWE. I want to try and get him off to winning ways. So we'll go Mysterio, and should be a fun, interesting match to start the pay-per-view.
Despite what Byron Saxton said about him in the past, Shelton Benjamin is a true legend, and he's ready for action. The gold standard in WWE.
The following contest is scheduled for
what the hell is Shelton Benjamin debuting new music?
To the ring.
I've never heard this music before. I was expecting the Ain't No Stopping Me. I was expecting that, but this new music, I'm not really liking it.
The globe and continues
sounds pretty shit.
His incredible resume with great performances night after night.
Hey, he's been a tag team champion, a United States champion. In fact, Shelton Benjamin is so tough. He once competed for 3.
Well, if it's so easy, explain, because I've never heard of a multiplayer, a Universe mode that you can play online. Never heard of that.
The biggest little man in WWE history.
See Mysterio's wearing these skinny tights now, man. It just makes him look like a stick insect.
And
but
who
knows?
From San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
Arguably one of the most inspirational superstars we've ever seen.
Accomplished everything in his career.
Ain't no stopping Shelton Benjamin. Well, hopefully Rey Mysterio stopping him tonight. That's the plan. That's the game plan. Whether we can implement it here or not, let's find out.
You can feel the electricity.
Good match to start off Backlash.
This is going to be some battle.
And already we're into chain wrestling, so let's see if we can come out on top here. Shelton Benjamin with the
counter. Believe we get paid for this.
For the hammer wrist lock takedown by Benjamin, and already we're on our back, not where we want to be. Mysterio trying to fight back. The counter on this game, man, it's just overpowered. It's like non-stop counters.
Oh man!
Shelton Benjamin now stomping at the knees. Look at that, holy shit. Mysterio with some sort of super kick there. It looked a bit like a belly kick.
The sold-out signs went up early on this one, guys. Anytime a WWE pay-per-view rolls into town, you can bet it will be the hottest ticket around.
Face first suplex there. Right, back to her feet again. Knee for Mysterio. Can't we try and create a bit of offense here? No, Shelton with the counter once again, kicking to the leg, trying to take the little man down.
Corey mentioned earlier that the sold-out signs went up fairly quickly for this one. Or as WWE Hall of Famer
smart strategy for Benjamin.
The SRO signs went out early for this one.
Oh man, I don't know if there was an announced pairing more entertaining
got the arm
Gorilla
of
Monsoon
Mysterio.
and Bobby Heenan.
Perhaps go for
legends.
hammerlock here. Mysterio countering it, shots to the midsection.
Oh,
Mysterio there with some form of head scissors takedown on Benjamin. Into the announce table. Benjamin goes and Mysterio went for a springboard moonsault. Fortunately didn't connect, but managed to land on his feet. A new springboard into the ring, going for the drop kick, but Benjamin counters. Benjamin so far, he just seems to be one step ahead of Mysterio, and he just tosses him to the outside. Benjamin here looking to make an impact, and he knows that a win here could perhaps put him, I don't know, in line for some form of title shot, maybe even a United States title shot. So very important match here. Benjamin wants to win. Mysterio definitely doesn't want to lose on his comeback, and again he misses the missile drop kick after the top rope. And it's so far so good for Shelton Benjamin. Mysterio though trying to fight back with elbows, battles his way back. Into the corner now goes Benjamin. What's Mysterio doing here? Tornado DDT after the middle rope.
He's going for it all.
And then Mysterio goes to the top rope here. Springboards on top. And he goes for some frog splash. Could that do it?
No, shoulders up at two.
2 count just almost there. Benjamin.
Good grief.
Just about getting up there, stopping the 3 count, keeping his hopes alive in this match. Irish whip between Mysterio, ducks underneath Benjamin. Mysterio plants him with a DDT, head first goes Benjamin, and Benjamin now perhaps could be in trouble. Irish whip between Mysterio. Oh, he went for the splash into the turnbuckle there, but Benjamin with a counter, then a knee to the face. Benjamin now looking to try and get back, take control of this match. He started very well. He's went and missed a move there. That could come back to haunt him. Mysterio.
No way, what a counter.
Hurricane Rana there, goes for the cover, hooks the legs. And Benjamin counters.
Oh boy, he is. And here's Rey Mysterio
counters.
Pinfall. Oh boy, seems
Benjamin counters.
And he gets the shoulder up.
And Mysterio this time kicks out Benjamin there, almost getting the win. Mysterio counters back with a right hand of his own. Irish whip to Mysterio.
Quick thinking to avoid that
went for the Hurricane Rana there. Benjamin. Oh, Benjamin with a super kick, almost taking Mysterio's head off. And Benjamin, he's setting him up. Is it going to be a T-bone soup? No, it's a flatliner. Benjamin there could have this.
Benjamin. He's a long way from a
Mysterio kicks it. Had to use my resiliency there, but either way, I think if I didn't use it, the match might have been over. We could be big trouble. Mysterio with a counter.
His hopes of winning this match appear to be dwindling in a hurry.
I've never counted this guy out,
over the
but
top.
I'll tell you what, he's not looking so hot right now. He's really going to need to find a way to get back in this thing.
This is one of the more evenly matched contests we've seen in quite some time. From the looks of things, it could really go either way.
Mysterio, what's he going for? The springboard. Again, he's missed, but he lands on his feet. No damage done.
Slam down
suplex to Benjamin on the outside.
Just carrying the opposition here.
But you can't carry your
opponent. No good place to land it there. Shelton Benjamin just drops Mysterio face first on the apron.
Oh, and he reverses
Mysterio counters, shot to the leg.
Byron, he looks like he has no idea.
Into the barricade goes Benjamin. Mysterio
Street, Michael.
Again slams Benjamin into that barricading. Now is he going to look for the moonsault again?
Get back in the ring.
There's no way around it.
Coming inside the ring now. What's Mysterio looking for? Mysterio this time, can he connect? Oh, yes, he went for a cross body and he missed again. And Benjamin goes flying over the barricade. The fuck was that? Mysterio and Benjamin battling here in the crowd. This is a singles match, so there will be a 10 count here. Both men will want to make sure they do not get counted out. Mysterio with a DDT and Benjamin's been busted open. Not expecting this in the opening match here, but Benjamin,
certainly not on his side,
after controlling most of the match, he's just been busted open on the outside, and I think he's in trouble.
Here it comes, he's got him. If he sticks this, he is done. Drop kick with precision. And gentlemen,
and I think if Mysterio had to get in there, I think Mysterio would beat.
I mean, it looks to me like he's almost completely out.
I'm not sure he has much left.
Now what's he going for? Mysterio calling for Benjamin to get up. Mysterio.
Oh boy, he is rolling. A high-risk maneuver in the
Mysterio
ropes.
seat at senton on Benjamin. And now what's he going to look for here? Oh, he went for a leg drop. Benjamin counters. Clothesline to Benjamin. Could Benjamin have it? Benjamin might have Mysterio here. I think he's got him.
Leverage pin here.
Cover.
Hey,
oh, he's got his feet in the ropes as well. Dirty bastard.
Dug down deep and gets the
and Mysterio
shoulder
kicks out, keeping the match alive. Thank God for that, man. Thought Benjamin was going to steal it. Thankfully, though, he managed to get the kick out. Mysterio, Irish whip into the ropes.
Ooh, Benjamin just evades.
Benjamin again counters, man. Just nail up. Can't put him away. I thought as soon as he busted it open, I thought the match was over. I thought we'd have been able to fight back. Come on, let's do it for Eddie. He's been dead about 20 years, but let's win this match for him anyway. Come on. Latino heat. There we go. Flying forearm.
He knows he's in trouble.
And now we're going to call for it.
He's teetering on the edge here.
We're waiting on him. We're waiting on him.
Senton connects.
Let's just see that senton again.
He's almost got him.
Oh, we missed. Shit. Sit down jawbreaker for Mysterio.
The third row.
Takes Benjamin down again this time. Come on, Benjamin.
This guy's
surely it has to be in a bit of trouble, but Benjamin sidesteps Mysterio. Kick to the midsection. Benjamin fighting back now. Another reversal.
Ooh, what impact.
Oh my Christ, Benjamin almost took Mysterio's heat off. Now he's stuck in the ropes. What's happening here? Game's glitching out. Benjamin goes for the cover.
Yes. Kick out at 2.
And Mysterio kicks out again.
Damage done.
Jesus, man, there's no fight. I mean, there's no quitting Mysterio. Give this guy a world title shot. I think he's coming for Bryan's title, but looks like Benjamin could be setting up for something here. And he nails the flatliner again. And
this is his
Mysterio's got a lot of fight in him, but that's going to do it surely.
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
And Mysterio kicks out again. Jesus Christ, I don't believe it.
Wow.
Mysterio just will not die.
Oh, he turns it around.
He refuses to be sent back over the border by Donald Trump. He's not crossing, he's staying here. You can build as many walls as you want. Rey Mysterio's not leaving. Shoulder to the midsection. Sunset flip on the outside. Almost killing Shelton Benjamin here. Jesus.
Oh boy, he is.
And then into the ring steps. Again into the ring steps. Mysterio absolutely battering Benjamin here.
Not so fast. This might be it.
Oh my.
5.
Mysterio counters.
Gets out of the way of that one.
Spinning heel kick. Can he get Benjamin in the ring?
He's got to hurry if he doesn't want to get counted out here.
Time's certainly not on his side, Michael.
Back now inside the ring. Putting
This
it
time, come on.
the line. Looking for the finish.
Yeah, if he hits this, the match is over.
Look at this.
Mysterio. Oh no, he went for it. And he's missed. He landed badly on his head there.
He's a long way from a 3 count, I can tell
He
you
manages
that.
to kick out Benjamin. Smelling blood like a shark.
Big elbow.
Wants to get this win here. Clubbing blow to the back of Mysterio's head. Mysterio back to his feet again.
Rey Mysterio looking for something big.
Mysterio this time tossing Benjamin to the outside. What's he going for? Mysterio off the ropes.
Impact.
Big
Incredible.
drop kick through the middle rope.
He wants no part of the outside. He's calling for it.
He's looking shaky. This could be the end.
Oh, Benjamin. Headbutt. Another solid counter. Another right hand forearm.
And Rey
Mysterio with a counter of his own.
Not this time.
Mysterio. Oh! Flips Benjamin into the middle ropes there. Mysterio. Springboards up. Comes crashing down on Benjamin's head. Oh, and Mysterio gets clotheslined all the way out to the outside. Jesus. What an opening match here to kick off Backlash. I was expecting this to be a good one, but I think it's surpassed expectations.
How are these
so
superstars
far.
even still going, guys? I mean, they have to be on
Mysterio
fumes
gets his
right
head
now.
smashed into the ring apron.
And Rey Mysterio says, not this time.
Nice job getting out of the way of that one. 5. Beautiful technique.
Oh, Mysterio with a seat at center on this time, come on.
What a slam. Impactful.
Sit down face buster. Mysterio.
Oh, and he's taken off his feet.
I'll tell you, he can't afford to be horizontal at this point in the match, Cole.
Mysterio now going for a, I don't know what he went for there, didn't pay off. Jesus, he's missed again.
Looks like both these superstars have found that little extra something
Mysterio,
to keep themselves going here tonight.
I wonder who could be Benjamin.
Suplex. He's got him
suplex,
down.
goes for the cover.
Is this it? Oh, somehow.
Mysterio
I'm
kicks
just
it
as shocked
again.
as everyone else, Cole, his opponent included.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Super kick.
Oh, the super kick.
Set match, this one.
Hoping to end it here. This is it.
And again, Mysterio and Benjamin's
take
cracking
more
up.
than that.
Benjamin's about to lose this. He just cannot put Mysterio away here.
A knee drop. He's in trouble.
Setting up for this time.
It might be cliche, but it's true
Oh, he's
here.
Mysterio with a counter.
Until it's over.
Knees now to
Wow, I
Benjamin.
thought he would have got him.
Oh, Benjamin with a gut wrench. Counter his own.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Stomping down on
Hyperextend your
Mysterio,
elbow.
and this time Benjamin, I think he thinks it's over. I mean, how
He's
much
going
more
for
does
the
he have to
pin.
bar Mysterio?
And kicking out is Rey Mysterio.
Obviously, he needs to bar him a
Wow.
wee bit more because Mysterio kicks out again.
Showing off some of his speed there.
Mysterio,
Harsh impact.
We may be looking
Hurricane
at a
into the
winner,
middle
guys.
rope, going for the 619. He connects
Oh,
it,
man,
and who
what
can
a
he
hit.
finish him off with the
Right off the
splash?
apron.
Mysterio. Oh my god, I don't think they had the finisher. I don't believe it. And now Benjamin with a knee to the face. And that might have just finished the match there. I think Mysterio is knocked out this time.
I don't know too many other guys that would have been able
No,
to
maybe
kick out
not.
of
He's
that.
kicked it again.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole.
I think Benjamin's going to fucking be leaving the WWE. He can't believe it. What more does he have to do here to beat Rey Mysterio?
These superstars wearing the rules right now is what is
Smashing his head now into this turnbuckle relentlessly, non-stop. Look at that. But Mysterio with a counter smashes Benjamin's head into it.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
Mysterio now going to the top rope.
Incoming.
Nobody
Oh,
controls
he's
the
missed
pace
the
of a
secret
match
center on
quite
him.
like this guy.
Could that be the end?
Super kick.
Another super
Running on
kick. Jesus
fumes here.
Christ, right,
Does he
that's
have
it.
enough left?
He can end
Don't
it
stop the
here.
damn
He's
match,
down.
just be honest with you.
2, 3.
And Benjamin wins after about 20 minutes of pure non-stop action, and that's a total non-stop action, and that's not a
Corey, I think that
not a
may be
reference
the
there for
biggest
TNA.
win of
Shelton
that young
Benjamin
man's
wins.
career.
We hear the crappy
Hard not
music
to agree with
again.
you, Cole. It was an incredible victory.
Yeah, I mean, a
Look at
hard-fought
this. We
matchup.
have a show of respect here. Mysterio and
And
Benjamin.
it's a great show of
shaking
respect.
hands.
Tremendous sportsmanship. Gotta love it.
So interesting. Looks like there might be a friendship there between Benjamin and Rey Mysterio. Both men seem to respect each other, and Benjamin comes away with the win. It's a bit of an upset, I think, and it got a 5-star match, so happy enough with that. And obviously that hurts Rey Mysterio's chances of getting a title shot anytime soon. And up next we have a promo from Rusev. He's going to be calling Aiden English after Aiden English broke up the tag team on SmackDown. So let's see what Rusev has to say about Aiden English. So Rusev already in the ring, got a microphone. He's pointing at the microphone as if it's a child at Christmas, brand new toy. I'm not playing games. Well, let's get down to business now. So is it Soviet Russia or is it a Bulgarian brute tonight? What one is it, man? I should be getting all the WWE Universe likes. Someone thinks he's superior. The heinous behaviour perpetrated by a certain superstar who enjoys making others feel like they're beneath him. And that guy, I want him to apologise. You've talked
not
a lot
making
of trash.
Any friends, but not really concerned about it either.
Talked a lot of trash. Aid English, so why don't you come out to the ring now and back up those words, or are you afraid your mouth might have written a check that your butt can't cash? So even in the generic garbage promos, WWE is very PG. Here comes Aiden English. I'm going to tell you something. The way I hear you've been talking, I don't like it, and let me just warn you before you respond. When you talk to me, you put some respect in my name.
Bad doesn't even begin to describe the blood between these superstars.
I hope you're happy with yourself, because right now you're the only person you're impressing. It's just about to teach WWE Universe how to properly respect a superstar like me. When you commit here now, you've got them all riled up for nothing. If you don't mind, please leave. I mean, what are you on about, Rusev? You just called them out, now you're asking them to leave.
Bad doesn't even begin to describe the blood between these superstars.
Boring. Boring. This promo makes fucking zero sense, man. Are you sure you want this, man? Are you sure? Are you ready? No, I said, you ready? Man, these promos are fucking garbage. You have to laugh, man, and you want to cry. Look at you, the way you smell when these idiots give you the approval you work for. How pathetic. You're a grown man and you let down the universe dictate your life. Let me put it this way: when you're ready to put the big boy pants on, I'll be waiting there. Because I've already got the big boy pants on when I'm with Lana. That's what I mean, say something like that. Fucking get Rusev pissed off. I'll slap you around later, buddy. So what's Aiden English going to say now? My mother will say if you can't say anything nice, don't say them at all, but my mother barely graduated high school, so what does she know? You suck and nobody likes you.
That's one way to approach it.
You're acting like a spoiled brat. Your mother must be so disappointed. Oh, that didn't really work well for Rusev in this promo. I think Aiden English is going to steal this one. I don't think you realise you're set for tonight. Mark your calendar, because it's the beginning of your end. I am the Alpha of this roster and the Omega of your career. Your name will be lost to the history as my achievements obliterate any of yours from human memory. So, there you go. Aiden English wins the promo.
Oh well.
I think it was I don't know, man. It was a bit lackluster from both sides. I think Aiden English certainly finished the stronger of the two. So really, I'm not surprised that he won on with the promo there. So, you know, it is what it is, guys. Aiden English there takes the win in the promo, and will we be seeing a match in the near future sometime between Aiden English and Rusev? I would suspect so. So up next we've got Big E and Xavier Woods with Kofi Kingston taking on the Usos with Naomi, and this will be for the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Championship match is on the line, and it's all happening next.
We have the New
Who
Day
should I go?
versus the Usos.
Who should I go? I don't really like going champions, man. I just feel like there's extra pressure on me to retain. But I'm going to go to the champions because I fucking don't want to go. I can't stand the New Day, man. I can't stand the New Day, so I'm going to go to the Usos. Screw it. And hopefully the Usos can retain. And yeah, I mean, I lost the first match, but it was back and forth. It could have went either way. It didn't. It went the way of Shelton Benjamin. But we'll see. We'll see if I can change my fortunes, and we'll see if I can get a win in this match. And I'll be back in like 2 minutes, guys. So I'll let you enjoy the entrance from both the New Day and the Tag Team Champions, the Usos.
Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your longest reigning tag champs and feel the power! sit down, Byron. Please.
Can't help it. I got a goosebump parade running up and down my body. The New Day's here.
A goosebump parade. And they got pancakes.
Flapjack's in the house.
Saxton, you're taking this pancake thing way too far. You got the controller all sticky.
You know what? I'm not going to share with you then.
They got Bootios too.
Oh, our favorite breakfast seal.
And Francesca's here as well.
The greatest day ever.
Look at this derelict Big E trying to swim in the center of the ring.
How are you supposed to like these guys? I mean, come on, Austin came out with fucking beer.
I make an exception
and
for
these
the
guys
New
are
Day.
coming out with bloody pancakes that were made like fucking 2 weeks ago and taste like shit. Imagine Gordon Ramsay reviewing the pancakes. They're fucking raw. You know what I mean?
Nor will I ever.
Not Monday Night Raw, just pish raw. Well, Monday Night Raw's pretty pish as well, but you know, you get what I'm saying. So the New Day out here, ready for their title shot. They earned it on SmackDown this week, winning that 4-way tornado tag match. So let's see here if they can get the job done tonight. Kofi Kingston will be in action later also. He's in a battle royal with Randy Orton, AJ and Mustafa Ali. But, yeah, here come the champs. Jimmy and Jay looking to retain their title here. Will they get the job done? Will they be sending New Day to the Uso Penitentiary? I think the New Day would like that. You know, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind getting dicked in jail
in WWE.
Wouldn't be surprised if they barter McMahon so they can do 25 years inside just so they can dig up the ass every day. But hey, we're about to get this match started. Usos versus New Day. I will be playing as the Usos. A lot of pressure here. I want to retain the titles for the Usos. I would hate for them to lose because of me. And let's see what happens. WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the line. Hate these belts. They look like shit. But they're the only belts we've got at the moment, so they'll have to do.
Big E and Xavier Woods.
By the way, if you haven't, I actually recommend checking out Xavier Woods' gaming channel, Up, Down, Down. It's very entertaining. It's probably better than watching Raw, and that's not even lying, man. That's probably the truth, so check it out, Up, Down Gaming. Hopefully in this match it'll be the Usos going up, and it'll be the New Day going down, down, down. Moments away from the match, I'm about to find out.
Go time.
I really don't know which one's which, Jimmy or Jay. I believe Jay is the one with the shirt on and Jimmy's the one without the shirt. But again, couldn't tell you if that is the case or not. And here we go now, the match is started. It's going to be Big E, Jimmy Uso kicking us off here. Big E, the powerhouse of the New Day.
And whichever team wins this match here tonight
can
absolutely make an argument for being one of WWE's top teams.
The former powerlifting and NCAA football standout Big E has come a long way.
Jesus, Big E there getting caught with a DDT early on. I don't know what he was going for. Just hoisted Jimmy up in the air, but it seemed to backfire. Jimmy making the tag to Big E. I mean, Jimmy making the tag to Jay, and Jey Uso splash, flying forearm even.
Guys, these superstars really do appear to be in peak physical condition here tonight, which isn't surprising considering what's on the line here. And a pin attempt.
Referee, what's he doing? He's running for circles. What happened over here?
More than that.
For a chop, Big E with a big smash. And his flip countered.
Drop down.
Jay ducks down underneath. Someone drop. Jesus, Big E.
Michael. These superstars are
taking a bit of a beating.
The tag has been made.
Here comes Xavier Woods.
That in the worst way, Michael.
Oh, what impact.
Oh my God, Xavier Woods springboards, cross bodies, takes down Jey Uso.
Oh, he's almost there. Oh, and he makes the tag.
Jey Uso makes the tag. Jesus Christ, a lot of shit happening early on here. Xavier Woods with a snap suplex.
What a vertical suplex. Right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. His shoulders are down. He's a long way from a 3 count, I can tell you that. Gonna take more than that.
Woods go for the cover. Almost getting it done. There's a counter sending. Woods with the counter. Kick to the head of Jimmy Uso. Uso now with the forearms.
You're not crazy, Byron. The champ certainly has an uphill battle here, and while it's rare,
Irish
we have
whip,
seen the
ducks down
challenger head into the
underneath.
match as the heavy favorite. Bruno
And another Samoan drop
challenging
here.
Stan Stasiak in 1973 immediately comes to mind, as does Diesel squaring off against Bob Backlash in 1994.
Did you really just say that Saxton is not crazy, Cole?
Heading up to the top rope now, can he nail a move? He went for like a diving headbutt. Connects right into the shoulder. And bring back memories of Chris Benoit. Hopefully Jimmy doesn't go on to kill his family.
We've seen champions head into
Irish
matches
whips,
maybe a
at
little
least Jay will be hoping that anyway.
only to be picked
tags
off
in.
in the end.
Uso's
And
now
guys,
double
I can't
super
help
kick.
but
No
wonder if
Xavier
we're going to
Woods.
see that again here.
And he tags his partner in.
Momentum has certainly
Big E
shifted
coming in.
here, Michael.
Big E just got took well out there from
Jimmy
Jey Uso.
looking to attack from high.
Or Jimmy Uso, should I say. I've been getting them wrong. Jesus Christ. Jimmy Uso now going to the top rope.
Bad move there.
Oh, he went for some sort of
made him
mental
think that was a
spinning
good idea.
flip. I don't know what that was.
Speaking of champions,
Totally
heading into
missed it.
matches a
Big
bit
E.
overconfident. One of the most
Big
glaring
clothesline
examples of that would have to be the Honky Tonk Man's attitude heading into his
And now what's
Intercontinental
Jay
Championship
doing?
defense
Jay
at
going to the
SummerSlam
top. Jay
1988.
trying to help his brother
We
out.
all know
Big
what happened to
splash.
him
Takes it
on
Big
that
E.
night.
Holy
You are
crap.
so right, Michael. That was great. Of course, though, it wasn't so
Uso's
great for the
sticking it all
Honky
on the
Tonk
line
Man,
here.
who ended up losing his championship to the Ultimate Warrior in fewer than 30 seconds.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
Jimmy now, what's he setting up?
Suplex.
On Big
Obviously,
E.
a great opportunity here for the challenger who can't afford to make any
Uso's
mistakes here
beginning
tonight.
to take over.
Not
It
when
looks
you're in
like
the ring with a
Uso's, I
champion
think, in
as
control
dominant as this one.
of the powerhouse here. Can they?
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, they can. I was going to say, can they separate him from his tag team partner? But Big E will take battle back suplex on Jimmy.
Boom, right across the small of the back. To follow up Byron's earlier point, the challenger has to remember just how rare championship opportunities truly are here
Look at
in
that, Jay coming
WWE.
to the
A loss
help
here
here of his
could
teammate.
result in a trip to the back of the line. Don't worry, Cole.
Jesus,
This is
and
the
Big
challenger's first
Big E,
rodeo.
they're just taking
Everybody knows exactly
Jay
what's at stake here.
out of the match momentarily with a
Big E on the
punch
move.
off the ropes now, going for maybe the big splash.
Incredible
Big splash
elevation
by
from
Big
the big
E.
man.
Can he end it here?
Big E, oh, looked like he was going to go for the big end counter though.
Right on the jaw.
From Jimmy now going to the top.
Look at this.
Elbow drop.
Piercing elbow.
Going to the top. High
Going
risk.
to the top again.
Incoming.
Oh, he went for a second elbow drop, but it was countered. Big E moved it the way.
Lightning fast reflexes. This is what makes him one of
Big E
the best in
again,
the
look at that, he's
business.
getting dominated in that corner.
And Big E manages to reverse out of that one.
Oh, nasty impact.
Oh, the referee's been taken down.
We know what this is. It's a stampede.
What a strike.
Referee needs to get up.
And look at for back suplex. Very nice.
Referee's completely losing control of this match.
Oh, man.
Oh, what the hell? Almost took out Xavier Woods there. What is happening? This is glitching out. Referee now is telling Jay to get back. What's it? Jimmy though with a counter.
He stopped
Takes
his
to Big
opponent
E.
from the top turnbuckle.
Here is Jimmy Uso in position now.
He'd be
Jimmy
wise to
Uso's
stay
now setting
right
up
there.
Big E for something.
Stay down,
Well, he
man.
sits on the top rope. Big E's not going to turn round. Oh, double axe handle there to the back of the head. Big E did make the tag, but the referee was down, did not see it.
The tag is Jey Uso.
And the Usos again tagging here well together, setting up Big E for something big. Oh, Samoan drop. I mean, that could do it.
Looks like he's starting to feel the
Jey
pressure
Uso.
of competing in this championship match.
And a big elbow.
Nobody
Goes
controls
into the cover of Big E. JJ Uso going to try and break it up, and he does.
extremely confident.
It looks to me like he's really trying to carry this team on his back, which really isn't necessary considering he has a very capable partner he can tag in with.
This isn't his first rodeo. He had to
go for the submission.
It's applied.
Jey Uso, he's got Big E here. He's got him in the submission.
From bad to worse for Big E.
Big E's going to try and get out of it. Oh my God, almost had him there. Big E though somehow trying to roll out, trying to counter, boots to the face.
Wow, looked to me like he
he's
had
out
it locked in pretty
momentarily.
good. I guess not.
Now he's going to try and make the tag here to Woods. Oh no, he doesn't get it. Counter.
He's positioned up on that turnbuckle. I would not want to
be
Big E
another
right
counter.
now.
Big E going for a big backbreaker there. He's not content with one. It looks like he wants several. Can Big E make the tag? Big E needs to make the tag. Big E is taking a lot of punishment in this match.
Some quickness there.
So counter there from Jey. Really sidekick.
Wisely bringing the action back into the ring. I don't think Jimmy Uso has time for this here.
Jimmy Uso now going to the top
turnbuckle. This could be all she wrote.
Jimmy Uso with a splash. And that is it.
Come on, Big E.
What the hell? Xavier Woods is coming in.
What a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Woods has
Guys,
been
in a
knocked
title
off
match
the
like
apron.
this one on a stage as big as the one
finish
we're on now, you have to wonder how much
the
nerves
fuck?
will become a factor.
Big E's been taken back to the outside. Holy crap. Jimmy almost killing Big E there with a reverse suplex.
We'll see how long his stamina can last.
Circling back to your earlier point, Corey, you have to think nerves will play a big part of this match, which I think favors the champion, especially considering how many times the champ's been big-time matches like this.
Getting in the ring. He's not happy.
The champ is used to the bright lights and
needs
bright
Big E to make
stage.
the tag, and
It's almost second
missed.
nature at this point.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Big E needs to make the tag. He's been absolutely decimated here. And he can just not manage to get out the ring. He cannot make the tag to Woods. And now it's Jey Uso. Oh, super kick. And that will probably do it there. He goes for the cover.
Pin's broken up.
And
I can't
Xavier
believe
Woods
it.
breaks up again.
This is
Jesus
not going to
Christ.
end well for Jimmy Uso.
Oh, SAMOA drop one.
Yeah, he's got some magic working, that's for sure.
Here is Jimmy Uso in position now.
Jimmy Uso now setting up Big E.
Jimmy, super kick.
Oh man,
Yeah,
the
super
champ
kick.
looks absolutely out of it right now. Things just went from bad to worse for Big E.
Jimmy Uso climbing up.
Jey trying to
the top
get the way, trying to get past his brother, going to the top. But he's not got the finisher, god damn it. He needs Jey to get on the apron.
Jey Uso looking to go airborne.
Oh, he went for the elbow, missed it completely. Big E now gets Jey up.
Impact. The challenger.
Nice whip. Oh, and he got countered DDT. Lost it open again.
He's not looking good, and at this point, he has no option but to make it to his corner and get his partner in there.
Oh, it's another counter. Big E this time.
Harsh impact. He knows he's in
Back
trouble.
spinning side suplex there on Big E. Trying to get in position for something. Go for the big ending perhaps.
Big E.
Oh, he nails it.
Big ending.
Now it's time to
Could
capitalize.
that do it? Big E out of nowhere with the big ending. Jimmy knew that could be beat there and he's came out to save his teammate. Referee needs to get some order in here, man. This is an absolute joke.
To attack from high.
Jimmy Uso now going to the top rope. And he nails the splash.
But he's running on fumes here.
But he's not the legal man.
Capitalize?
Jey Uso's the legal man. But Jey Uso's down. Can Jey Uso get an arm across?
This is a grueling. Here's the pin.
Jey Uso covers Big E.
2, 3.
And the Usos get the win there, man, with a bit of, to be honest, a bit of controversy there.
And here's another glance at these superstars.
Could argue that was heel tactics for the Usos, but they did whatever they had to do to retain the belts. And they got the job done there. Like you can see several splashes, several super kicks, but finally it was a splash from the illegal man. Got the Usos a win, and they'll celebrate that win all night long. That means that they retain their WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, here are your new Tag Team Champions.
If these guys choose to stay together, they have all the makings of being one of the best duos WWE has ever seen.
There's another 5-star match, so we're doing well. We're banging out these 5-star matches for fun at the moment. And up next, we've got R-Truth against Almas. Remember, we beat Almas this Tuesday on SmackDown. Almas said it was a fluke. Almas wanted a rematch. He's got a rematch tonight here at Backlash. Will he get the job done? Will he get his revenge? Hopefully not for us. Another win for R-Truth, and then, I mean, you never really know. That would be 2 wins in a row over Almas. Surely that would almost put us in line for some form of title shot, and it would definitely send Almas to the back of the line. So, a lot at stake here in this match. A lot of pressure, especially on Almas' shoulders.
Y'all know what time it is.
And here comes the truth.
Crank it up. Let's crank it up. Now here we go. People over there, what's up? You feel me? Stand up and say what's up. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh, it's Almas. Almas fit behind.
You can get with this, or you can
What's
get
this?
with that.
Oh, well, we had a feeling this could happen.
Almas fit behind, attacking R-Truth. This was not part of the script. What is happening here? Almas, obviously a very bitter man after losing on SmackDown there. He's taking it out on R-Truth. Selena Vega there
This just ain't gonna do it.
is pulling on her man. R-Truth is tapping out, but the match hasn't even started yet. Almas just completely battering the shit out of R-Truth. Meanwhile, I wish Selena Vega would batter the shit out of me, but that's for another day. Hopefully, well, never going to happen. But anyway, we can always dream. But at the moment, is Almas continuing to beat the shit here out of Truth. And that's the truth, we're no lying here. Look at Almas, he's just completely
starting to stall a
not
bit
relenting here on
Truth.
Truth.
He's not too worse for wear, at least not yet anyway.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Cole. This is just a little bump in the road for him here. Nothing to worry about.
Truth getting
If
sent
things
all
don't
the way
change
down
in a
the ramp.
hurry, this has all the makings of a short evening
I
for
don't even know
him.
if Truth is going to be able to compete here. Truth trying to crawl towards the ring. Can he make it in? He does.
And there's the bell.
And the referee rings the bell and it's Truth fighting back.
Show someone who's new to our brand of entertainment and say,
Almas.
this is what WWE's all about.
I think he went for a Hurricane Rana. Truth, a counter of his own.
This is where all it takes is one move and your opponent can gain the upper hand.
Almas.
That could be a game changer.
And Truth though battling back with uppercuts.
Oh, look at this.
And Almas swinging neck breaker. Truth fighting back. Elbow to the midsection of Almas. Now these uppercuts. Truth with the Irish whip. Ducks underneath Almas. On a big hip toss for Truth. Is Truth maybe on the way here to another upset? Truth looking for some sort of suplex. Nails a snap suplex. Rolls over into the cover.
And there's a kick out.
Almas kicking out at one. Truth again. What's he setting up for this time?
Oh my! He's starting to
looked like a suplex, but instead he just dropped him face first.
Well, he had to expect to take some punishment tonight. You don't step in the ring with this guy and walk away completely unscathed.
After getting
but if you
the
count
attack
him
or
out
Truth
now,
in the
you'd
get-go,
be making
could be in
a
trouble
very
here.
big mistake. Mark my words. And R-Truth evades that one.
Wait a minute.
Truth now sitting Almas on
Dangerous
top.
spot for him to be in. He's got to figure out a way to get back in it, guys.
Truth.
Watching this match,
I
can't
break
help
up
but think how much
off the top
pay-per-views have
rope.
grown over the years. I mean, remember the ones back in the 1980s, which were great, don't get me wrong.
What's Truth going for?
But now, they've really
Going to
grown
the
into
top
such a
here.
major
Truth with an
spectacle.
elbow drop. Could that do it? Not Truth goes to the cover.
And it's Andrade almost kicking
And
out
it's a
with
kick
ease.
out.
Oh, wow.
God damn it. I think
And a
Truth
quick
there thought he
penitent
had the
by
win,
Truth.
but
He got body on body
not on
there,
this
but that's
occasion,
about
and
it.
Truth
Yeah,
there
it's
can't
going to take
believe
more
it.
than that.
What you're saying before, Byron, was spot on. WWE pay-per-views today really take over the entire city, and people travel from all over the world
Irish
just to
whip
say they
into the
were a
ropes,
part
goes
of a
for
WWE
scissors kick.
pay-per-view.
Yeah, I actually
Did
met
not
fans
connect.
from 3 different countries during breakfast
Back,
earlier today.
back,
All
back,
of them
battle,
were here
back
in
and
town
forth.
specifically for
Bicycle
this
kick
WWE
again,
pay-per-view.
misses on Andre. It's another
Too quick
counter
for
for
him now.
Truth. Almas fights back. Almas setting up Truth for, looks like a, Jesus Christ, I don't know what it was, like a Michinoku driver almost.
Yeah, this early, no chance.
Death Valley
Here we
driver
are, guys,
into a,
more than 3
don't even know
decades
what it was.
after the WWE helped revolutionize
Well,
pay-per-view
it looked like it
television,
could have put Truth
and
away,
we're
Truth
still
somehow
going strong. Only now,
fighting
unlike
here,
back
but-
then, the best way to catch a WWE pay-per-view is on the WWE Network.
Almas with a combination now. Going to the top rope, looking for a moonsault.
I have to agree with you, Michael.
And he nails
The
it.
best
Truth
place to
thought he'd
watch
rolled away,
pay-per-views
but
is on
Almas
the WWE
lands on
Network,
his
which,
feet.
as you know, it's about time, Byron.
The end could be
For
near.
you
Almas looks like he's
to
setting up
coach him up.
something. Oh, he's missed. Almas missed. Truth off the ropes. The scissors kick, and that could be
He
it.
might have. He's got him covered.
Truth covers Almas. No way. 2, 3. I don't believe it. R-Truth, after the counter, has picked up back-to-back
These
wins
guys
on
gave everyone
Almas.
their money's worth. Here's another look.
Highlight
And
for one
Almas,
superstar,
even with the
low light
attack
for
from
another.
behind, still can't beat R-Truth. What the hell is happening here? R-Truth picks up the win at Backlash. Scissors kick
ain't
is enough to
playing
put
here.
Almas down for the count of 3. I thought that move did it. I thought that one had R-Truth
And
beat,
this is how he ended it.
but it wasn't. And then R-Truth with the scissors kick here to the back of the head of Almas, puts him down for the 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner.
R-Truth picks up the win.
It could have gone either way there for a while.
Few things are more rewarding than that feeling of keeping your opponent's shoulders
What's
down
up?
for the 3 count.
What an effort we saw
What's
here.
up?
Truly a great
Not
match.
quite the Dudley what's up? But it's a what's up nonetheless. And R-Truth now, what's R-Truth doing? Is he looking for a bit of revenge here? Looks like R-Truth is not too happy
Back
with
now inside
Almas.
the ring.
Beating the shit out of him here for
He's playing with him now.
a
He'd
week.
be smart to stay put there.
What a strike. The
Yeah,
guy's
took a big
his
shot
back
there.
really against the wall. This is a bad situation. This is not where he wants to be at this point
Oh,
in
and
this
R-Truth
match.
face
I think
first.
this one's over.
Sends
This one
Almas
could go
down.
either way, guys. It might just come down to which superstar is the next to make a mistake.
R-Truth there just responding to, it looks like that sneak attack for Almas.
Look at this. Boom. Nice. This is going to be big.
Truth go
one
to
way
the
or
top.
another.
Look out! Oh, elbow drop!
Another elbow drop.
Piercing elbow.
We need Truth setting up Almas for the explanation mark
Lands
perhaps.
this and he
Truth nails
That's how
him.
you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
That'll readjust your spine.
And the crowd there, I don't know if they like this side of R-Truth. It looks like R-Truth's done playing around, joking around. Obviously not happy with the attack there for Almas, and he is proving that there with that beatdown after the match. It's a 3.5 star match, and it could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse. But we pick up the win, and that is all that matters now. Up next, it's a massive 8-man tag here. So you've got the Bludgeon Brothers, you've got the Bar, you've got the Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, and you've got the Club. So obviously we'll be playing as Matt and Jeff. We'll probably be playing as the whole team. We'll be playing as the Hardys and the Club, since you can swap between each tag team member. this will be one fall to a finish match, so it's not elimination. And obviously, whatever team wins this, you know, you feel like it could move you one step closer to a tag team title shot. So we're definitely going to try and get the win. I don't really plan on watching all 4 entrances, so I think we'll go ahead and skip them. If you're alright with that, hopefully nobody minds. Hopefully nobody is too upset about that. I just don't really want to watch them, so it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. And here comes the Hardys. Last but not least is going to be the club.
I'd like to consider myself on good terms with them.
Because they talk about you a lot.
Oh yeah? What do they say?
They say, nerd!
And his partners, at a combined weight of 505 pounds, Carl Anderson.
Didn't see the club on SmackDown, so this will be the first time they are competing in
Sheamus
this
is always looking for a fight, but he's
universe
on the
mode, so
warpath. You better
it'll be
clear
interesting to see how they got
fella.
on. Jeff now
These guys are
battling
undoubtedly
with
going to give us
Sheamus
a
here.
show here tonight.
He's left wide open here.
I don't think he even realizes it. He looks dazed.
This is about to get bad.
Hits him with a
Sheamus with a big gut wrench.
impact.
He's taking Jeff out his boot. Look at Sheamus here, not messing about. Pummeling Jeff Hardy. I don't think the bar's happy at the fact that they're not competing for the tag titles tonight. Is Sheamus behind Jeff Hardy, or is he just taking out Jeff Hardy? Probably both. Big backbreaker on Jeff. The size difference definitely favours the team in the bar, and the Bludgeon Brothers here definitely have the bigger
There's been a lot
members.
of great moments on pay-per-view over the
There is
years.
Luke Gallows on the other
For me,
side,
one
but
of my
he's
favorites
really
was
the
watching
only
Kurt
man that can
Angle's
save the
debut
matchup,
match at the
perhaps the size
1999
of
Survivor
the
Series.
other 4
All
news
my
Jeff
buddies
now
and I
battling here
gathered around
with
the TV,
Cesaro.
cheering on our hometown boy, Kurt Angle.
Irish whip on Cesaro.
Unceremoniously deposited
He just
down.
drops him on his nuts. Into his teammate
Back to
corner.
Kurt
He
Angle's
goes, and
WWE debut.
Cesaro
We should
looked
note
to get
that
out of
he
there
defeated
as
Sean
quickly as possible.
Stasiak that night, using his patented
And now
angle
he
slam,
tags in
and from
Harper,
there
so
the
it looks
rest
like
is
there's
history.
been quite
Speaking of
fresh
history,
tags here
longtime WWE fans
from
may
the team
remember
of
Sean
the
Stasiak's
Bar
father,
and the
Stan
Bludgeon
Stasiak,
Brothers.
who's
Oh my
famous for
God.
defeating
Harper there with a drop
Pedro
kick.
in the WWE Championship
Hardy
in December of
working well
1973.
together.
Stasiak went on to hold the title for only 9 days, though
What's this,
it's
Harper?
not more days than most
Attacking
competitors will ever hold.
Matt, Gallows and Anderson there, so Harper
Let's call
attacking
it like it
Eddie
is,
from the
guys.
move. Now he's
It doesn't get
focusing his
much
attention
bigger than
back
this.
to
A
Jeff.
featured match on a major
And he's
WWE
missed.
pay-per-view.
Took
This
his
is
eye off
huge
the
for
ball
these
there, and
superstars.
it make him back to haunt him. Jeff now trying to
Time
drop there on Harper.
Funny.
Can Jeff try and create momentum? Jeff went on Irish whip. Oh, I don't know what he went for there. A flying forearm or something. It didn't work, but he manages to get Harper into his
Corey
own
noted
team's
earlier
corner, and
just
now
how
comes the
this
big
is for
man
these
Gallows.
superstars. This is why they choose to get into this business.
Irish
This is
whip,
why they
double
spend
R.
those countless
Hardys
hours
now,
training
Jeff
a
and
match
Gallows
on
working
the
well
big
together
stage.
here.
And you can bet all the
Bit of Team
WWE
Extreme for them.
hopefuls training in the Performance Center are watching this pay-per-view tonight, hoping it'll be them competing on a WWE pay-per-view in the very near future.
There's Harper, the two big men, Harper and Gallows, coming face to face. Cesaro now attacking
Having this
Gallows
pay-per-view
from
here
behind
has to
doesn't
be a
any fair, but
thrill
the
for these
referee
fans. I
allowed
can
it
tell
to
you that
happen
when
for some
Backlash
reason.
came to Washington, D.C. in 2000, which wasn't all that far from me at the time, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing somebody talking about WWE coming to town.
Harper, but he takes a big elbow to the face. And Gallows now with a super kick to the midsection. And a belly-to-belly suplex on Harper.
And that Backlash 2000 card that
I don't know
Byron
what Jeff
brought
was
up
playing at
earlier
there.
might have been the most
Jeff coming
chaotic
in
man
there.
that we've ever seen between
Helping
The
out
Rock
like
and
Gallows.
Triple H.
Gallows
And in the end,
taking
it was
down
The
the
Rock
knee.
defeating the game
Hey,
for
Harper.
the WWE Championship, despite Mr. McMahon stacking the deck against The Rock in a major way, including naming
Gallows
Shane
now trying to
McMahon
bar
as the special guest
Sheamus
referee.
getting the better of him. 'em. 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 New Harper from behind, German suplex
starting to slow here.
on the
He's
big
still
man.
got plenty of gas left in his tank, though.
You never want to count a competitor out, but
Harper
things don't seem to be
Gallows
going in his
into the
favor
corner
here tonight.
This really has been an amazing pay-per-view up to this point, which really shouldn't surprise anybody, especially given how
Gallows
stacked the
for a
card
big
is.
back body drop, and it's completed there. The Gallows go back first onto the mat. Gallows goes back to his feet. Big boot there to Cesaro. Can Gallows tag out now? He's been in the ring a bit longer than he would like to be, so we'll try and make the tag here perhaps. And he does, and he tags in. Broken. Matt Hardy himself. Matt Hardy
Excitement level is incredibly high, as Corey was saying, and it's been that way since well
Cesaro,
before the doors
Hardy.
even opened. Earlier this afternoon, WWE.com cameras caught
Trying
the
to
scene
turn
as
his career
thousands
around.
of
He
fans
was the
were
first man
outside the arena
eliminated
just
on
waiting to get
SmackDown in
inside.
That really was a
contender
great
match.
video, Michael.
And
It
he's
was
just
like
missed
a
a big elbow
massive
drop there, so
humanity
Matt
just
Hardy not
waiting
having
for
the
doors to open so they
greatest
can spill
moments
into
of
their
his career
seats.
at the moment,
I
but he's
gotta
battling
say,
back.
those guys at WWE.com do a great
Cesaro,
job. They don't
Matt,
miss a thing.
goes behind Russian leg sweep.
Years later, I still get goosebumps when I watch a WWE pay-per-view. It takes me back to when I was a kid. My friends would come over to watch WrestleMania
Huge
or
uppercut for
SummerSlam.
Cesaro, Jesus Christ. Matt Hardy's head almost landed in the front row there. And now it's Harper coming in again. Harper and Cesaro making a lot of quick tags
Using the
between
knee
them.
as a weapon.
Got him caught. Looking around this arena tonight, there appear to be plenty of youngsters in attendance who will undoubtedly look back at this night with great fondness, much like Byron did when he watched WWE pay-per-views in his youth.
Don't sleep on the true headline of Saxton's little antidote there.
Harper went on. Matt knew, I mean, every time a member of the Hardys and Bar team get in the ring, they seem to get decimated, isolated. New Harper just squishing the head here of Matt Hardy. Trying to squeeze the oxygen out of that brain, that demented brain, that broken brain of Hardy. New Hardy walks it, fights back.
WWE pay-per-view event, sure, having a match on Raw or
Hardy
SmackDown is
knew
absolutely amazing.
Matt, off
But
the
there's
ropes.
nothing quite like the bright
Running
lights
bulldog.
of a WWE pay-per-view. There it is. The tag has been made.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way.
Look at Matt Hardy trying to take out the entire team, but Ronan just too strong, runs through Matt Hardy. And now choking the life.
Oh, come on! How can this be legal?
This could lead to a disqualification quick. I agree with your earlier point, Michael. There's nothing like the bright lights of a WWE
Ronan now just
pay-per-view.
beating down
But there's
Matt.
also nothing like the pressure of competing
Oh, Matt with a
on
counter.
a WWE pay-per-view.
Matt takes down Cesaro, takes down Sheamus now, but again Ronan from behind.
That could be career
Takes
changing.
down
Think
Matt
about
Hardy.
picking up a win.
Too many men for Matt to
WWE
try and
universe is watching on the
capitalize on
WWE
trying to get this
network.
fight back on.
What a strike! Incredible! When this guy's on, looking to lock it in here.
And what's he going for here? And Matt trying to get out of this. He does. He goes underneath the legs. Ronan.
Fighting his way out.
And Sheamus looking to get this capacity crowd.
What's Ronan going for now? Oh, big gorilla press. Matt this time counters.
Dodged that one. Elusive.
Almost like a judo flip there. Broken brilliance from Matt Hardy. Now he's going to try and nail the twist of fate. He does.
I almost wrote him off earlier.
Matt into the cover, but the referee's distracted.
Great officiating as the ref noticed he was on the ropes.
Ronan finally gets to the ropes. Jesus Christ, but Matt there looked like he was moments away from perhaps getting the win. Now can he try and make a tag? No, it be a big boot. Matt goes behind.
He may have to start reevaluating his game plan.
Matt, get a hip toss.
The spotlight's definitely on these superstars here tonight. Anytime you have the opportunity to compete on a
Set
pay-per-view,
again,
you can bet the whole
counters.
WWE Universe will be
Hooked up. There's Ronan going for a big move. Oh, spine
Just when you thought he had
and that
nothing
could do it,
left.
Matt there. Taking a massive FUD off the ring.
Pen's broken up.
And this time Gallows coming in. Breaking things up. Do it. It's Hardy coming in.
As
Jesus.
Michael was saying earlier, the entire WWE Universe is undoubtedly watching this match. And while I've never competed
Everyone's
on
in
a
it at the
WWE
moment. Jesus
pay-per-view,
Christ.
I would have to think that it's pretty nerve-wracking.
Just the fact that they let you commentate on a WWE pay-per-view is enough, Saxton.
Jeff
can't imagine actually having to see you
to the
compete
top
in the
rope.
ring.
Sunset flip, he's not even a legal man. I think the referee's completely lost control here. Gallows, a DDT.
Like he's starting to feel the pressure, guys.
Zeus man with stomp to Harper.
Right now, which is a little surprising to me.
That's
Guys,
Michael
we've come
for
a
him.
long way since the first
Oh,
ever
moonsault
WWE
is
pay-per-view, which was actually the Wrestling Classic in
Matt
November
really
of
doesn't need to make a
1985.
tag.
I know a lot of people usually point to WrestleMania 1 as the first WWE pay-per-view, but that was
Hardy was
actually broadcast over closed
powerbomb,
circuit TV.
springboard, powerbomb, set it, powerbomb, cover there on Harper.
Double axe handle smash.
But Sheamus takes it the ref.
Jeff Hardy was able
What the
to get
hell
out
is
of
that
the way
one?
there.
Byron digging into his encyclopedic mind earlier to pull out that amazing fact from the first
haven't done
WWE
it.
pay-per-view. As you said, it was the Wrestling Classic, and it featured a
Matt Bennett
16-man
raised up
tournament, which was ultimately
side on
won
Harper,
by a
referee back to his
jump
feet. A lot of shit went down there during the ref
impressive knowledge
being
dropping
knocked
by
out.
Saxton right there, especially considering he was like 4 years old when the Classic was held.
There's Matt climbing to the
He has
top.
him right where he wants him.
Perhaps look to put away Harper. Harper looked back to his
Look
feet,
at
just
Sheamus
tosses
having a
Matt
good time.
to the middle of the ring.
At the risk of sounding like a fanboy, guys, I couldn't be more excited about this pay-per-view. I mean,
Massive
from top to
line.
bottom, we have one exciting match after another.
He's just completely battering Matt Hardy here.
He's in trouble. What's going to happen here? Discus Larry.
Oh, and the close. I mean, that's completely killed Matt.
I'm
That's
just as
it.
surprised as you guys are.
Oh, somehow.
Oh, and Matt
This is
somehow.
amazing.
I don't know
You're
how he's done it,
absolutely
but
right, Byron.
he's
This is
kicked
without
out
a
and
doubt
kept
one of
this
the most
match
stacked
alive.
pay-per-view cards we've had in
Harper
recent
got a tag
memory.
against
I'd say it's
Cesaro
reminiscent of No
but,
Mercy in
Matt
2007, which
desperately
featured
needs
big
to
time.
make a tag. But Matt, oh, wait for the side effect. But Cesaro counters. Goes for the Irish whip just again. Keeping Matt Hardy in his own corner there.
He's going to tap.
He's going for the sharp shot.
Fumes here. Does he have enough left in him?
Matt's at the ropes, he get Matt rope pick, but he needs to more than the ropes, he needs a tag. And he's in the wrong corner. Cesaro working the legs here. To Matt Hardy. And unless Matt can make a tag soon, I think this one will be over. Again, there's a big.
There goes the
I don't
official.
know what's happening. It's confusing here. It's Matt Harper and Gallows this time fighting.
Got to be careful not to get disqualified.
Whoa, Matt Hardy dodged that one. Elusive.
Bad spot
Hardy
for him to be in
counter.
here, guys. He's got to do something to get back in this thing.
Matt Hardy again with the powerbomb set out.
He can pin his opponent right here.
Can he steal it? Oh, he almost got it there. Matt Hardy
I don't think his
cannot
opponent was
believe
expecting that.
Cesaro manages to kick out. What's Matt Hardy did here now?
This might be it.
He's dragging Ronan into the ring.
If you ask me,
Matt
guys,
is
this
setting
match
up
alone
Cesaro.
is worth the price of this month's WWE Network subscription.
Oh,
Of course,
my
there's
big
other great
shot,
matches
that
on
was-
this pay-per-view card, but for my money, it doesn't get any better than this.
Matt now sends Cesaro into the ropes. Cesaro with a counter.
Wow, what a leg
Taking
sweep.
down
And then
Matt Hardy.
crushing the
Down on the
knee
knee.
here.
He's just trying to stop Matt Hardy getting to
I think
30
a lot of people
pace
share
here.
Corey's earlier sentiment. This match
I've
is
said this one
undoubtedly
several
one of the
times, but I
highlights of
think the
this
end's near.
pay-per-view, which Byron is stacked with a series of
Cesaro.
amazing matches.
For a
we
gut
get to see
wrench
you
suplex.
All of them, sometimes I had
Matt
to
Hardy's
pinch
just been
myself. I still
completely
can't believe
battered.
how lucky
He
he
will
is.
literally be broken after this match. Unless he can get a tag, and he needs it now. Matt Hardy gave him another counter. Oh, and it's Sheamus with a massive headbutt, but Hardy counters again. This time Sheamus with a clubbing blow to the back. And oh, and an overhead belly to belly for Sheamus.
Pay-per-view of the year. You know what? I think I agree.
Gallows now looking for a tag.
This one's over.
Desperate for a tag.
He gets it with
Matt
a
again
reversal.
counters. Only for Sheamus to counter Sheamus. For suplex, and he just drops Matt Hardy on his
I
head.
wasn't sure he had. see if he can keep it going.
Byron, while Corey's on his phone checking his social media feed, how about you and I finish calling the action here? This has been a heck of a match so far. Wouldn't you agree?
Go for a third one, perhaps a trio of backbreakers.
Good grief. Here's his moment, Michael.
And the back of Matt Hardy could be broken here. Sheamus pulling his lifeless body.
The cover.
Broken body into the middle of the ring. And that is it.
This one in the bank.
Matt was unable to make the tag. And the Bludgeon Bros and the Bar take the win.
Now's a good time to look at some of the highlights from that last matchup.
Matt Hardy here
Man,
not
oh
having a good
man,
time
look
with
at
things.
that.
In that
He
match
ain't
on
messing
SmackDown,
around.
he was the first man eliminated, and tonight he takes the pinfall there. Just could not make the
He's
tag.
getting
He
it
hit
done
a lot of
here.
offensive moves on his opponents, but he just wasn't fresh.
Here are
And in the
your
end,
winners,
it's the Bar and the Bludgeon
Celtic
Bros that take the
Warrior,
win.
Sheamus, Cesaro, Harper, and Rowan.
Impressive showing there en route to the win.
No, it's a good thing Matt Hardy is just a vessel, because when you've lived thousands of years, a loss like tonight is hardly a blip on the radar.
And it was a 4-star
You
match,
bet
so it
they're
was
going to
pretty
be
good.
talking about this.
Instant classic. And up next we have a promo for The Miz, so it'll be interesting to hear what The Miz has to say. He was left off the show tonight, so let's see how he responds to that. And the Miz is already in the ring. He's doing the whole fucking Sheamus thing. Not Sheamus thing, Rusev thing. I just want to say it's so good to be me. I mean, look at me, I'm the best. I'm a pure mean wrestling machine. There's nobody out there who's better than me. Your opinions don't count. I wish I could tell you how much I appreciate your feedback here tonight, but I really couldn't care less.
No lacking for confidence.
I deserve
that's
to
for
be
sure.
at the top. No one from the locker room can come and take him out. I will leave a part of the fires, but I'll sit back and watch. I will do anything. I will do anything to be associated with success. Does sound like The Miz, actually, to be honest. He will do anything to be associated with success. All that matters is I get my shot. All that matters is I get my shot.
There you have it. And I think that is loud
And
and
there you go.
clear.
I think that was decent
That's
for The
about
Miz.
as good as it gets. There's no doubt that everyone in this capacity arena is behind that
Could have been
statement,
worse.
partner.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with The Miz going forward, whether he can get his shot on SmackDown or maybe at the next pay-per-view, who knows.
A great way to lead into the next matchup, which should be a good one. Singles match on tap next.
And up next is Charlotte Flair and Asuka for the belt. I will be playing as Charlotte. Like I said, one-on-one match. Just rather try and, I don't know, win the title, I guess, rather than try to retain it. We'll see what happens. Should be a fun, competitive match. Could go either way. Charlotte looking to become an 8-time women's champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Here comes the Queen. Back at NXT, Charlotte was part of a group called the Four Horsewomen with Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. Wow, has Charlotte evolved from those times?
Charlotte has spearheaded a movement to take this women's division to a level of competition it has never seen before.
About time I heard you pay the Queen her proper respects, Saxton.
Multi-time champion, history maker, record setter, legend. Welcome, the Empress of Tomorrow.
Her dominance, her unique appearance, and her unmistakable aura have all made Asuka one of the top competitors in the entire women's division.
Lived up to the hype, surpassed the expectations. An undefeated run in NXT. NXT Women's Champion. A title she relinquished willingly.
There we go, second title match of the night. I thought they retained one set of titles, so I don't know. Does that mean that I'm going to win here with Charlotte, or does that mean that Asuka's going to retain? Who knows?
Introducing the challenger from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair. Introducing the champion from Osaka, Japan.
Run over and give the big boot right here.
Women's champion.
Pick up the win. I mean, that's what I would do, but we're going to have to listen, it looks like, to the introductions.
Get ready for some WWE magic.
She's handing over that title. It could be for the last time she touches it, so who knows?
The WWE Universe is chopping to the bit to see these two competitors
Charlotte Flair.
You can
Title
count me
on
in
the
on
line.
the excitement. I can't wait.
Who's going to come out on top?
And a tie-up, make no mistake about it. This is all
Not a
about
lot between
skill,
them so far.
determination,
Charlotte goes
and
behind.
power.
Asuka counters. And Asuka with a takedown on Charlotte Flair. Asuka out. Just tossing Charlotte aside. Just for a backspin and elbow. Charlotte with a counter. Both women tying up here. Comes to nothing. And Asuka there with a big kick to the face of Charlotte. Almost breaking that big nose of the Queen. Head first into the top turnbuckle doing Asuka.
In position here on the second round.
Already here goes for a tornado DDT. A massive kick to the back. Going for a quick cover here. Trying to put Charlotte away early, but
not yet.
Take more than that to defeat Charlotte Flair.
nailed it.
Oh, and a back elbow, taking the champ down. Hard Irish whip into the turnbuckle. And there's Charlotte Flair setting it off.
The challenger's starting to slow down a bit here.
Slam,
She's got to remember her
counters,
championship dreams are on the line here. Pump the brakes
Charlotte,
a bit, Cole.
I know exactly what you're
Counter
thinking,
over
and I can tell you with
forearms
all
here
certainty,
to
she still
Asuka.
has plenty of
Now with
gas
Charlotte
left in the
going
tank.
Yeah, but I feel pretty confident in saying that she still
Charlotte
has plenty of
springboard
gas.
suplex on the champ. Nice maneuver there.
Targeting the chest. Very
And a
effective.
big chop.
Ooh, what impact.
The champ's on the defensive
Loving
now.
blow to the back.
We've certainly
Charlotte
seen her
here.
withstand
Take
hits in the
over.
past,
Another
though.
big
If you're
shot.
worried about her now, you
Don't
haven't
know
seen
how
many
much
of her
long-
matches.
how much
She
more
can
them Asuka
withstand
can take.
so much more punishment than this.
Oh, man.
These women are so
Went for another big
evenly
chop,
matched
this
at this
time
point, guys.
Asuka
There's just
counters
no
it.
telling which one
Irish
of
with
them
Charlotte
will walk
over the
out of here
top rope.
victorious.
Oh, man,
Counter,
what a hit.
Charlotte
Knocked
Flair.
right off the
The
apron.
forearm.
Oh, and it's a reversal.
Asuka with a counter. Kick to the
Oh,
midsection.
kick to the face.
And a big spinning lariat kick there to the face.
And Charlotte was
This time
able
it's
to get out of danger
Charlotte with
there.
a kick of low
Lucky
to
for
the
her.
midsection. Both women here countering each other in the early goings of this match. Charlotte Flair just
Beautiful
good at this time
technique.
grabbing the
We're
hair.
looking at
The wrestling
complete
holds him out the
domination
windy.
here.
Charlotte just tossing Asuka around the ring by
Asuka
her
was
hair.
able to get out of
Asuka
the
with
way
a fire
there.
ring to carry his takedown. The mini attitude adjustment, I guess you could call it. New as she is trying to get revenge here. Also didn't like that hair grab, and she's smashing Charlotte's face into the top turnbuckle. Charlotte though battling back, another forearm.
Pulling him in for the
Turns around
backbreaker.
into the
Right to
backbreaker.
lower back.
And Charlotte Flair now taunting to the crowd. Looks like she thinks this might be a turning point in the match. This time it's a neck breaker. And a big clothesline sent to Asuka to the outside. There's Charlotte copying her da. That's the damage done here to Asuka. Charlotte going for a clothesline. Oh, a big one taken down Asuka. But you can't win the title on the outside. Needs to get her back
Looks like
in
she
the
wants
ring.
to beat her inside the ring.
Charlotte.
STO plants him.
Nicely
On the
done.
STO, just for the cover. Could that do it here?
Only a one
Kick
count.
Asuka away.
She's
No,
still
Asuka
in this
kicking her at
one.
one there.
Oh,
I'm
nasty
getting a bit
impact.
excited. Of course, that wasn't going to put Asuka away, but you never know here.
What are we going
Charlotte
to see
Flair
here?
to the midsection. I know. Spinning neck breaker
Charlotte
there.
is measuring.
And Charlotte is in complete control here of
She's
Asuka
thinking
at
about
the
it.
moment. She's going for maybe a Northern Light suplex. What's this? Oh my god, it's like a inverted like neck breaker, stunner, jawbreaker. I'm not sure what it was. But it might be enough to put
relative
Asuka,
ease.
no, Asuka kicked it
How
again at
in the
counter one.
world?
Asuka turns it around.
Asuka counters. Charlotte Flair coming right back at her.
Here it comes.
Charlotte went for a neck breaker. Asuka counters.
Oh, this one's all but over.
This
It's
time
locked
Asuka
in.
goes behind, goes for a chicken wing.
Could see a tap out.
It's
Bob
locked
Backlund
in.
style.
Oh, it's over. Nobody survives that,
And Asuka
Michael.
looks like she could have this here. And Asuka's beat Charlotte out of nowhere. So Charlotte Flair dominated the match.
Yes!
Looked like she had it won.
Performance.
And then Asuka locks in the Bob Backlund chicken wing out of all moves. Never seen that one coming. And she retains the title out of nowhere. So
Superstar picks up a
it was a
huge
complete
victory
domination
here
for Charlotte
tonight.
Flair. Dominated the match
Much
for 5
deserved,
minutes.
Michael.
Nailed move after move after move on Asuka. And Asuka, like I said, out of nowhere
Got to be
with the
humiliated
Bob
and
Backlund
embarrassed.
chicken wing, and manages to retain her title. And Charlotte Flair does not look happy. Look at that face. Someone, Ric Flair's about to get slapped backstage, I think, man. She is not happy at all. But Asuka retains her title in a 3-star match. I still can't believe that. I mean, Asuka got completely dominated from basically the first ring of the bell, and then out of nowhere she locks in the chicken wing. Charlotte had no counter for it, And the rest is history, man. She gets the win. So Asuka retains. 2 matches left on this Backlash card, and up next is going to be the Battle Royal match. Kofi Kingston, AJ Styles, Randy Orton and Mustafa Ali. Like I said, it's not a number 1 contender match, but you got to feel like whoever wins this could be one step closer to challenging Daniel Bryan for his WWE World Heavyweight Championship. We'll be playing as Orton since I picked him at the start of the series. Remember, the 4 people from SmackDown I'm playing as are Randy Orton, the Hardy Boys, R-Truth and Paige. So I have to go Orton here, even if I didn't want to. I need to go on because he is the guy I selected at the beginning. And here comes the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. I don't expect this match to last long. It is, I believe it's over the top Battle Royal. I could be wrong, but I believe it is over the top.
AJ Styles, the list of
if not over the top, then it's elimination.
Endless. Styles, a true
I'm not sure, really not. We'll soon find out when the body starts flying.
But since he's been here,
we'll find out if it's over the top elimination or not.
Phenomenal.
Making his way to the
still
ring,
to come, we've got Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And can Daniel Bryan somehow come out of that one unscathed and retain his title?
Yeah, it's crazy to think that when AJ Styles made his debut at the Royal Rumble a couple years ago, he wondered if he would even fit into WWE. But obviously he has done more than just fit in. He has excelled at this level.
And his opponents, first, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Oh, WWE Universe! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your longest reigning tag champs and feel the power!
Here we go, guys!
And from Ghana, West Africa,
Comes the 3rd man in the match, Kofi Kingston. They're looking to try and win this and get one step closer to a title shot. And the last man, Mustafa Ali.
from
No
Chicago,
one gives a shit about this guy, so we're going to be skipping his entrance. And here we go, like I said, 4-man Battle Royal. Is it over the top Battle Royal? Is it pinfall? I don't know. We'll soon find out when bodies go flying. Hopefully we can get the win and try and move a step closer to the WWE Championship here on SmackDown Live. And it looks like it's over the top, because straight away AJ trying to eliminate Kofi Kingston, but you've got to feel like Kofi Kingston's got the advantage in this match. He's got all those Royal Rumble escapes in his locker, so I would expect him to do pretty well. I think he's going to fare decent in this. He probably has to be the favourite, considering his feet can't touch the floor. He may as well have no feet. He may as well just cut them off. The guy can't be eliminated. But we're going to need to find a way. So far, man, we've just been taken out. Mustafa Ali going to work on Randy Orton's knees, and if Orton can't get to his feet, he can't nail the RKO. Orton get a shot to AJ. AJ battling back.
Might just be too much for him to handle. At this point, it's still anybody's match, Cole. But he's got to be careful not to take too much more punishment here.
Those Ric Flair TNA.
I know it's somewhat early still, but this could be a
He also learned a lot from Ric
guys.
Flair, but
Let's
not
see how he
TNA.
reacts here.
And WWE is part of Evolution. Orton now slams AJ into the ropes. And it looks like Kofi Kingston's from behind here. What's he going for? Sit round Hurricane Rana there. I don't know what it was. I think he was going for some sort of sunset flip. Changed it in midair. Nailed the Hurricane Rana. And now he's barring the shit out of us.
About competing on a WWE pay-per-view event. Sure, having a match on Raw or SmackDown is absolutely amazing, but there's nothing quite like the bright lights of a WWE pay-per-view.
Styles and Mustafa Ali, Kofi Kingston, all of these guys wanting to win this, wanting a shot at Daniel Bryan's title.
It looks like things are about to get even
Kofi
worse.
Kingston up. Kofi Kingston with an elbow finds his way back to his feet. Orton with a neck breaker.
There's nothing like the bright lights of a WWE pay-per-view, but there's also nothing like the pressure of competing on a WWE pay-per-view.
Allows him to sit
back quite a bit.
Yeah, but a win.
And he's trying to eliminate Mustafa Ali.
Think about it. Picking up a win while the entire WWE Universe is watching on the WWE Network, it doesn't get much better than that.
Connects.
There's no reason to lose your footing on a move like that. Come on, toughen up. No telling how long he'll be able to keep this up. If you ask me, guys, this match alone is worth the price of this month's WWE Network subscription. Of course, there's other great matches on this pay-per-view card, but for my money, it doesn't get any better than this.
Styles looks like he wants to do it all by himself.
Not where he wants to be right now.
Hey, he got himself into this mess.
Well, he's got to get himself out of it
trouble.
I think a lot of people share Corey's
Styles has got Styles hangs on just at the end.
One of the highlights of this pay-per-view, which Byron is stacked with a series of amazing matches.
Mustafa Ali just ran right into the elbow there.
Sometimes I have to pinch myself. I still can't believe how lucky we are. Oh boy, he is rolling.
What a stomp.
Good grief.
Randy Orton's in a world of hurt.
And the Viper needs to rally quick.
You have to wonder how much longer he can go on like this.
Almost all the social media activity I saw heading into this match had him as the heavy favorite. But now it looks like he's about to let them all down.
Mustafa. And now he's trying to get rid of him. And Mustafa Ali again with an elbow right to the side of the head. Orton
setting up for it, looks like.
Misses from behind, and Mustafa now.
No.
Are you kidding?
Mustafa Ali, I don't believe it. Mustafa Ali's eliminated Orton. Jesus Christ, no way.
He's looking a little weary here.
Didn't even know he had a
He needs to
finish.
find a way to get back on the offensive. He wants
It
to
looks
take
like
this
Kofi
fatal
Kingston's
throwaway
been
match.
eliminated as
He's
well.
taking
So
on some damage, but so
coming
is his
into
opponent.
AJ
This
Styles
match can
here
go
against
either way at
Mustafa
this point.
Ali. Which one of these is going to pick up the win? And more importantly, pick up momentum and perhaps pick up a #1 contender shot against Daniel Bryan.
When you look at this, simply
Amazing to see AJ with a counter.
It looks like they both
Setting
did
up
their
Mustafa
homework
Ali
heading
for
into this one.
Oh my god, suplex. He just countered it into a brainbuster. Midway, just changed momentum and stopped the suplex, nailed the brainbuster, and I think that's it.
I gotta
AJ
tell you,
now
these guys are in the
got
best
Mustafa
shape I've
Ali on
ever
the
seen
ropes.
him in.
He's going to try and get rid of him. Going to toss him over like a gay in Saudi Arabia. Toss him to his death, but Mustafa Ali hangs on. AJ now trying to kick him, trying to get him going, but to no avail. Mustafa Ali sneaks in the back door.
Back suplex.
Nails a back suplex on Styles. That actually kind of looked like Styles landed on his head there.
AJ Styles able to avoid damage there.
Such a technician.
Double drop kick, both men connecting there, both men feeling the pain. Mustafa Ali now taking down Styles, working on the leg.
Things are looking dire for AJ Styles right now.
I'm not sure how much Styles has left.
This is clearly not the same competitor who started this match in such great shape.
He has got to do something quick.
Smashed the head first into the turnbuckle. Now it's Mustafa Ali. He's got Styles up. I think Styles could be gone here. Styles is like moments away from being eliminated.
Despite having an impressive spot in this
on
week's
that
power rankings,
turnbuckle doesn't look good.
this
Styles
superstar
a big
isn't all
forearm
concerned with things like that.
to Mustafa Ali, and Mustafa Ali with a drop kick to the
I
face.
didn't realize he had such a glass jaw.
Now he's calling. Could this be the end of Styles counters it?
Target.
Almost pulls the arm at the socket to Ali there. Big step up in security. I think Styles now. But Mustafa Ali again with the running up drop kick. Lands it on the chinny Styles. And I think Styles.
Nasty impact.
Looks like Styles is beat here. Mustafa Ali can just get him up and toss him over the top. What is he waiting on? And we might actually have it here. Mustafa Ali trying to get AJ on the ropes. He doesn't pull over. AJ hung on. Jesus, I thought he was gone. But the phenomenal one, staying alive, making sure he wins this match.
He's looking a little wobbly here,
to lose here against Mustafa Ali.
They're about to give out on him.
New Ali's trying to hang on. Mustafa Ali still staying in the match. It's on the bottom rope now, still trying to kick him off.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
Mustafa Ali battling back, punching to the knee. He Styles. Irish whip into the corner.
Blow to the back.
What a shot to the back there. AJ can't take a lot of them. Mustafa Ali now. Another Irish whip into the corner. AJ slams hard on the turnbuckle and a big shot. Ric Flair-like style shot. Big boot to the face as well. Mustafa Ali surely this time
to be in here in this four-way match.
picked up a lot of momentum here.
I guarantee you that all
Mustafa
three
Ali
of the competitors he's in the ring with
Styles,
right now
this time he's
know that he's
desperately
likely
trying to
just
get him over the top.
one move away
He's got that
from
leg
having
hook.
his shoulders pinned to the mat.
He's got him up on the top turnbuckle. He's very close here. Could Styles be gone?
Oh boy, he is rolling.
I think he's... Oh, Styles with a big forearm there, big shot, big right hand to Mustafa Ali's dome. Keeping his match on. Mustafa Ali go battling back.
Knife edge chop.
Big chop for Ali. And a big right hand, another big right hand. AJ Styles now down in the corner and Ali choking the life out of him.
There's been a lot of talk about this superstar's latest spot in the power rankings, but if you ask me, those things are overdone.
Mustafa Ali no sells it. Irish whip Styles into the turnbuckle again, and now it's Mustafa Ali
moved out of the way
battling here. But AJ Styles trying to get Mustafa out. He's got him up on the top turnbuckle. This is it surely now. He's got him tossed over. He's threw him out. AJ Styles has done it. AJ Styles has won this one. He wins the Battle Royal. It doesn't guarantee
now let's take another look at these guys in action.
But you must feel like it puts them in pole position. And AJ Styles now will have his eyes set on that title. Daniel Bryan currently holds it, but will he hold it after tonight? After tonight's main event,
we saw here
moments
in
away.
this elimination match.
Find it out.
And you could tell it took every ounce of energy in that body to pick up that last elimination. Very nicely done.
And it looks to me like our winner is already thinking about the next match. Always one step ahead.
Thanks, he got just a 2-star match there. Only average. And AJ Styles and obviously doing great, winning that one. Kofi Kingston's in the Tag Team Championship thing. World Championship with Mustafa Ali is in that current ranking. I don't think anything has really been affected here. Now we're moving on to the main event, guys. The big one, the one that matters. Samoa Joe versus... Oh no, we've got a Daniel Bryan promo first. I totally forgot about this Daniel Bryan heel turn. So it'll be interesting to hear what Daniel Bryan says just moments before he defends his title. I wonder if he could refuse. He might just refuse to defend his title and walk out. I doubt it. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know, guys. He might think Joe and Kevin Owens is going to eat him, and he might just try and bail at the last minute.
Looks like he's going to grace us with his presence once more.
He's ready to lay it all out right here.
This crowd obviously wants to know what's going on.
Listen up, it's time to talk business.
Definitely.
Tired of doing things the hard way.
Gotta respect the effort.
I'm tired of being your monkey. None of you cared about me. You wanted a face for your t-shirts, a hand to sign your autographs. I'm sick and tired of it. I wasted enough time. I can't believe it. Go ahead. Wasted enough time with your approval. If you don't understand, I really don't care. I'm going on my private and nothing will stand in my way. I don't have to explain myself to all of you.
Get you fired up. I don't know what.
And there's a decent promo for Daniel Bryan, actually. I mean, in the end, it gets a total of 779. I think you always want to try and reach 800. I believe that is like kind of the magic, total. We didn't get there on that occasion, but we got close. We got very close. So I'm not sure what a good number is for promos. Let me know. I think 800 is pretty good, and we got 779, so it's close enough. It's not too bad. And like I say, after that promo, that will lead us on to tonight's main event. And that main event is Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan. What a match this is going to be. And I think I might go Daniel Bryan. I'm going to go Daniel Bryan. Fuck it. I'm going to go in against these two big men, and I'm going to try and get Daniel to retain his title. Will it happen? We're moments away from finding out. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be tough. He's giving up a lot of weight to these guys, a lot of cheeseburgers to these guys, but I think Daniel Bryan can do it. He doesn't eat meat anyway, so will this vegan diet get him to victory? We'll find out, and we'll find out next.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Samoa Joe, also United States champion, could leave tonight here with both belts. What an amazing achievement that would be if he can do it. He's got a good chance.
The United States champion, Samoa Joe.
One of the baddest dudes to ever play the game. The first two-time NXT champion. A world-traveled, world-class competitor. One of the most well-rounded athletes sports entertainment's ever encountered.
Yeah, the scenery may have changed in Samoa Joe's career, but the attitude is still the same. Samoa Joe does what he wants, when he wants.
A very dangerous man.
And introducing
Kevin Owens.
challenger.
We don't need to see his entrance because I've seen it before. Meant to skip Joe's, but fuck it, I thought by the time it was already there, like why the hell not? Just let it play out. With Daniel Bryan, I thought he wasn't going to come there. I thought he was
And introducing
maybe he done a runner and left the building, but
from
it's not the
Aberdeen,
case.
Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds, he is the WWE champion, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan is here.
And the yes movement is in full effect.
Self-made superstar.
Daniel Bryan so proud of the fact that he didn't have the hype machine. He didn't have all the praise and promotion. He became a star because he earned his way and he earned the respect of the WWE Universe.
Here we go, Bryan versus Joe versus Owens. Kevin Owens just straight away just going to the outside. Looks like he wanted no part of Bryan and Joe there. Interesting for Owens. Those tactics are about Bryan trying to fight back.
Look at the presumptuous attitude of Kevin Owens.
It's called confidence, Saxton. All the elite superstars have it. You have to walk in believing you're going to beat up your opponent.
And now Daniel Bryan taking Owens down. Daniel Bryan here trying to keep on top of both big men, but I don't think it's going to last for long. Joe locking in the STF. Joe could have this. Kevin Owens just seems to be letting it happen. What the hell?
Nicely
Kevin
done
Owens doing?
as he gets
Daniel
out of the
Bryan
submission.
battling out, and now Kevin Owens coming over.
Michael. I did
I
not
take
see
care
that
of him.
one
Kevin
coming.
Owens, and seems like Kevin Owens was reluctant. He just didn't seem to want to stop that pinfall. And Bryan then rolling to the side after getting dropped on his head. Referee down. Now it's the two big men left to battle in the ring. Joe seems to be getting the better of Kevin Owens. Drops him neck first on the top rope there. Kevin Owens, come on.
Trouble getting out of that one.
Prize fighters like KO don't stay down, they fight.
Daniel Bryan going to the top rope. Daniel Bryan, drop kick there, helping Samoa Joe get Kevin Owens over the top there, that back body drop, then Kevin Owens with like a reverse powerbomb.
Be expected though, it's not like he's in there with a slouch, guys.
I hate to say it, but if he doesn't change his game plan soon, these two guys are
leg sweep on Daniel Bryan.
I know it's early, but he has to do everything
Daniel
in his
Bryan
power
needs
not
to
to let this get out of hand.
counter, he does. Drop toe hold. Gets Samoa Joe down for
was
now.
talking earlier
It's
about
not
the
me.
champ being a heavy favorite here tonight. I couldn't help but think back to
this
what
time
Santino
Joe rolled it away, and now Kevin Owens back in.
the Intercontinental Championship in 2007. I don't think there was a
Daniel
person
Bryan right
alive
to the back
who
of
thought
Joe.
Santino had
Seems
even
like
a
Joe so
sliver
far
of
has been the
hope.
dominant man in this match.
Santino himself, but hey, as the
Big
old
drop
saying
kick to
goes,
Bryan.
anything can happen in the
Taking Joe down.
WWE.
He's going for it all. This is what makes him one of the best in
Kevin
the
Owens
business.
behind.
Oh, the old European
Oh, big
look at
uppercut.
this.
Daniel Bryan coming for the elbow.
Oh,
Joe
guys, there's
moves
the
out
one
the way.
at the back of the neck.
Now Kevin Owens bashing Daniel Bryan's head off the mat. Now it's Joe looking to take over here. With a hammerlock on Kevin Owens. Yeah, some sort of hammer lock.
Man.
Russian leg sweep. Variation of the maneuver. Now Kevin Owens with a forearm. Kevin Owens now after looking very poor in the opening of the match is beginning to come into it now, but he's been countered now. Daniel Bryan gets taken for the dragon suplex by Joe.
Oh man, they don't even seem hurt after
He manages to kick out there, but Joe is just delivering on all cylinders here, man. He's taking out Bryan, taking out Kevin Owens, and this time he literally takes that Bryan out, just tossed him over the top rope. And Joe with a Death Valley driver. Oh, Kevin Owens now in the middle of the ring, in the head scissors, getting his head absolutely pummeled for Joe.
Quick thinking.
Daniel Bryan on the outside, his title is in jeopardy right now. Kevin Owens just takes a massive clothesline. Samoa Joe. Owens now back to his feet, uppercut. So Owens going for a heel. Kevin Owens with a running senton there. Looks like Daniel Bryan went for it as well. Daniel Bryan and Joe be working together.
I think he came into this triple threat match with a plan. And I think it's safe to say that that plan has gone
Look
away.
at Joe with another
turn it on
form of
whenever he
a
wants.
sort of backbreaker there. Kevin Owens. Now Kevin Owens, look at that double, like RKO. And now that takes Joe out the game, and now it's Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan battling here in the ring. Bryan goes into the turnbuckle there. And now it's Owens battling. Just the rolling cannonball. And Daniel Bryan's in trouble. Daniel Bryan could be beaten here. Kevin Owens goes for the cover.
No, they're not done yet. Not even close. Not
Daniel
yet.
Bryan just about kicking out, but Joe again now seems to take his time getting in the ring. These men don't really have a lot of urgency. Bryan counters.
Kevin Owens doing a great job of turning that one around.
Shot of his own. Owens now fires Daniel Bryan into the ropes. Daniel Bryan gets the pop-up powerbomb. That
The
could do it.
champ's in a real bad place right now. Now,
And Joe this time saving the day. Oh my god, that would have totally pop-up
He's capable
powerbomb.
of turning
Bryan
it on,
wasn't
but
really
he's got to
kicking
make
out.
sure he
Samoa
doesn't
Joe
fade fast.
managed to make the save, and he keeps this title match alive. He's looking to become a
Great
double
job escaping,
champion
trying
here
to
by
turn
the
this
end of the
thing
night.
around.
Daniel Bryan
Kevin
can
Owens
just
just too
get out of
fast
here
for him.
with his
Surprisingly
title and vegan diet intact. Kevin Owens now is going to pull Daniel Bryan into the middle of the ring.
Shoulders down.
Could have him here.
And an early kick out.
Wow. This time Daniel Bryan looks like a lot of time had passed though since that pop-up powerbomb. If not, I'm pretty convinced that Bryan would
He's
have
a
been
guy who
beaten.
can turn it on whenever
But
he wants.
thankfully Joe bought him quite a lot of time. Can he use that time wisely? Can he get back to his vertical base? Or is he just going to keep getting his ass kicked here by Kevin Owens?
Early early kick out. Referee right on top of the action.
No kick out for Bryan. But he's getting no offense in here whatsoever. Look at Kevin Owens is taking out Joe from behind. Daniel Bryan now back on his feet. Keep getting Joe and Owens mixed up. Two fat men.
He's left wide open here.
Easily done. Daniel Bryan looks set for a ride. Back body drop over the top rope for Joe. And now Joe back in the ring, setting his sights on Kevin Owens, looking to maybe get this match won. Well, he did what a maneuver. He did it.
Here's the cover.
Who's going to become a double champ?
And the shoulder gets up in time.
And Kevin Owens kicks it.
Do more than that to KO.
Jesus, I thought that was it. Daniel Bryan's still down. Daniel Bryan is in no position to save this match here. If Joe or Owens can get a pinfall on one another, I mean, the title will be over.
Into the throw, right across the knee.
Shoulders onto that.
Daniel Bryan goes to the top rope.
Oh, how resilient was that?
And Joe,
Take a lot more than that to keep him
Daniel
down.
Bryan just took far too long there. He's missed the move, but
And no
Bryan
look against
title
Joe
could
there.
be gone if he doesn't get his act together here. What the hell is happening?
Back in from the apron.
Bryan, look at this strength of Bryan. Big suplex on Joe. I didn't think we'd be seeing that.
Look out.
Owens battles back with a right hand.
Kevin
Owens
setting it
into
up.
the ropes, pop-up powerbomb. He nails it on Bryan. Bryan beat. And Kevin Owens wins.
Owens is leaving this arena with a new
Kevin
title
Owens
for
is the new
his
champ.
collection.
Triple Threats always deliver 3 times the action, and that one was no exception. Take a look.
Thanks to the pop-up powerbomb, Daniel Bryan just could not kick out of
I
it.
can't believe this.
And
Check him
after
out here.
turning his back on
Look
the
at him
crowd
go.
like moments ago, Daniel Bryan hasn't lost
And I
the title.
always
What the
enjoy
fuck has
watching him
happened here?
perform.
Here is your
Kevin
winner
Owens is the new
and
champ.
the new WWE Champion, Kevin Owens.
Don't quite believe it, but it's
Gonna feel
happened.
the
It's true.
effects of this
Kevin
one
Owens
for a
KO.
while.
Wow, I can't believe the amount
That's
of
the new
punishment that had to be
WWE champion
inflicted
here on
in
SmackDown.
order for those shoulders to stay down.
Daniel Bryan has
for the
lost the
3 count.
title. He will get a rematch, of course. You know, being the champ, former champion, he is entitled to a rematch, but was not expecting him to lose there tonight. And that is a strange one. Daniel Bryan loses the triple threat there. And he just didn't really muster much offense in that match. It was all Kevin Owens and it was all Samoa Joe, but it was Kevin Owens with the win. And Samoa Joe must feel hard done by. He didn't lose the match. He didn't get pinned. And he was probably the most dominant force out of the 3. So, shocking end there to the pay-per-view. Daniel Bryan, after turning his back on the crowd, loses his title at like 10 minutes later, man. Absolutely shocking. Just have a quick recap of the results. Benjamin beat Mysterio. Aiden English got the better of Rusev in a promo. The Usos retained their tag team titles. R-Truth won against Almas. Sheamus, Cesaro, Harper and Ronan beat Hardys and the Club. The Miz cut a promo. I'm not sure what happened there. Asuka retained her title against Charlotte Flair out of nowhere. Charlotte Flair totally dominated the match, and then Asuka managed to win with a chicken wing. AJ Styles won a 4-way battle royal. Daniel Bryan turned his back on the crowd and then lost the title to Kevin Owens with a pop-up powerbomb. So 3 titles on the line, 2 were retained. Daniel Bryan lost his. That is interesting stuff, guys. And that is this week's done. That's this week done. That's this week over. Next show will be Raw. That'll be the next stream that we do. But before we do that, we're going to check the power rankings and see how things have moved. So Brock Lesnar's still the number 1 guy on Raw, but Seth Rollins has moved up to number 2. Balor's moved up to number 3. Pretty sure Seth Rollins lost on Raw, so I don't know why he's moved up. Braun Strowman remains number 4. Dawson up to 5th. Axel 6th. Bo Dallas 7th. A lot of weird moves here. A lot of weird position moves. Ronda Rousey is 8th now. Don't have a clue why half of these guys are moving up. What the fuck is happening here? Bray Wyatt's moved down to 50. Jinder Mahal 49. A lot of weird position moves here, like Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel 6th and 7th. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe we'll find out this week. But some strange decisions there on the Raw side. SmackDown, AJ Styles moves up, Asuka moves up. These make a lot more sense. Charlotte moves up, Kevin Owens moves up. Daniel Bryan, after losing his title, is down to 6th place. Kofi Kingston moves up. The Miz has moved down. A lot of these guys have moved down. R-Truth, after winning quite a lot of matches, must have moved up, surely. He has moved up to 35th place. Rey Mysterio, even though he lost to Shelton Benjamin, moves up. Rusev moves down. Paige has moved up a few places. And that is it. NXT, Johnny Gargano, still the number one guy there. He's not the champ, but he's the number one guy in the ratings and on 205 Live. Mustafa Ali is actually pulling double duty, so we need to get him off of 205 Live. He can't be on 205 Live and on SmackDown, surely. And that is pretty much it then, guys. So that'll do it for this stream. Thanks for watching. Backlash was pretty fun. One title change, and who knows, will Bryan get his rematch this week on SmackDown? He might actually just get that. But yeah, you're going to have to tune in to find out. Anyway, guys, till next time, been Son of Scotland 90. This has been the Universe Mode. Thanks for watching. Peace.